Hey guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt. So this will be the next two holiday / party looks in one video using the BH Cosmetics Zodiac Love palette. I did just get this in the mail not too long ago, and I know the first video that you'll see that goes up is the Milani Pure Passions palette. So I will be using each of my palettes and doing one eye with one look and one eye with the other look. But the reason why I don't have anything on but some mascara is because I know some of these shimmer shades love to fall all over my face. So what I'm gonna do is just the eye look and then walk you through what you would normally do to help de-glitter yourself, because I have had a little bit of issues trying to de-sparkle. And if you want to sparkle because it is the holiday season, then that is perfectly okay with me. You know, everybody needs to be a little sparkly sometimes. I know I like to sparkle at times, just personal preference. Okay, so hopefully you're interested in seeing another holiday / party type look. These colors, there's only like a few in here that kind of like scream holiday, like the cranberry shade and the gold, but I wanted to do something fun and something bold. So if you're going out and you want to really be seen, so keep on watching if you're interested. If you're not already a subscriber and you'd like to be, click the subscribe button down below. If you want to be notified when I post a new video, click the bell icon. Feel free to like, comment, and share, and I'm going to get into the look in just a second. Okay, so because this palette is sort of new to me, I haven't played with a whole lot of the shades in here, but I know this Taurus shade is screaming my name. It's definitely a shade that I would use. So again, I'm going to be doing one eye with one look and one eye with the other look, and I'm just going to go in with the matte shade from Pisces and blend this in my crease. You can use whatever eyeshadow primer that you've got at home. If you wear primer, if you put concealer on your lids, then go ahead and do that. Make sure that your eye area is primed so that your makeup doesn't crease and it stays like perfect and the way you want it all night long. I went a little high. That's why I always have a little makeup wipe that's wet. People have asked me where I got these. I did get them on Amazon. I need to link them down below because they are handy little things. Just some water on it takes off anything that's extra. Now I'm actually going to go into the burgundy shade from Gemini and put that on the outer part of my eye and into the crease. And I'm like lightly tapping into the pan, like real light. Now I just want to see what'll happen, but I'm going to take the fluffy side of this brush and grab that shimmer shade Taurus. And it's very, very glittery. I'm not quite sure if it'll pick up just how pretty and sparkly it is, but it's like a pretty cranberry shade. I don't know if you can see all of the glitter all over my face. That is why I said not to do your base first. I'm going to grab the highlight shade from the center of the palette. And then I'm going to press that over the center. It has all these like pink and beige and light green iridescent like glitters in the color. Just gonna tone that down a little. I'm gonna grab my makeup wipe and clean under my eye. And I'm gonna grab this little smudgy brush and go back into the matte shade from Gemini. And I'm gonna like, I guess, move out of frame. I'm gonna like push and wiggle it right up against my lash line. And I'm at the very end of the brush, so it's a very light hand. The closer you are to the bristles with your hand, the more, you know, volume, I guess you could say, that the deeper the shade, the darker the color, the more pressure you're going to put on your brush. Now, I'm one of those kinds of people that thinks this looks fine on its own. I would go out wearing it just like this. If you need a liner, you could, let me see where I put mine. Now, what I did was I didn't tight line, I didn't put this in the upper waterline. I went as close to my lash line with it as possible and like tried to work the color down into the base of my eyelashes, so that way the color is there, but it's not like a harsh line. And I have really small eyes, so I actually have color in my waterline. I don't want liner in the waterline of my eye because I also have very sensitive eyes. I can put some colors there, but especially when it's a dark shade like that, I really don't want to put dark there. I would finish up with a nude liner or a white liner. But that's just, you know, something simple that you can do. It's really quick. I only used a couple of shades. If you worry about this shade falling out on your lid, then use a glitter glue and make sure that you apply it with a wet brush. A wet brush is going to intensify the pigmentation of that shadow, or you can press it on with your finger. But these shadows do work with a brush, so that is just all personal preference. And then you would finish up with your foundation and concealer and highlight, contour, blush, that kind of thing. And if you do use the highlight out of the center of this palette, it'll kind of like tie the whole look together because you've got the same color here, here, and here. And it'll kind of like draw everything together as one complete look. So there is look number one. And then of course I would, if it was me, I would definitely wear false lashes with this because it is a really pretty shimmery look. Okay, now on to the next eye where I'm going to be taking this Cancer color and I'm going to be using that. And I might just use the cranberry shade in my crease and then use that gold as like a very intense pop of color. So we'll see how it goes. I also have that bronze shade Leo right next to it that I might use as a highlight or an accent on it, but we'll see how it goes. So hopefully you liked the first look, and we'll jump into the second one. I did take that cranberry shade from Gemini on my brush. And I'm going quite high with it. Now, if you notice some unevenness in here, it's because I have some very dry patches of skin on my eyelid. My skin is really dry anyways. That's what if you're wondering. Okay, now I'm going to take some NYX, the Studio Concealer, and this is in shade Fair, and I'm going to put this all over my the lower part of my lid, not all the way up to my crease like I normally would. So I will be back in just a second with that blended out. Okay, now that that is all over the mobile part of my lid, I'm going to go in with that Cancer shade, and it is still a little bit damp, and I am picking it up on a dry brush, and I pat it on the lid first just to put it there. Okay, I actually had glitter fall in my eye. I had to stop for a minute. I tried to brush it off, and all it did was like flick more in my eye. So be very careful when applying this shade. There is like hella glitter in it. Now that I've got both of those shades down, I'm going to go in with that little brush, and I'm not going to pick up any more product. I'm just going to go back over that line. This is why I didn't want to put concealer all the way up here, because I wanted to like merge these two colors and like blend it up. So it looked like they were part of each other. And you can see how much glitter is still on the brush. And what I've done is I've just swept all of that glitter over that burgundy shade. Now, I'm going to take the same little brush and I'm going to run it in my color switch really quick to get the color off of it. And I'm going to pick up that same Gemini shade that I used before and run it under my lash line. Now, as you can see, I have glitter out here as well. So I'm going to grab my little makeup cloth and I'm going to excavate any of that extra glitter that I can possibly get, leaving what is on my eye and the corner of my eye. Now, because this is just literally two shadows, it is the burgundy shade that I use, which is Gemini, and then the Cancer shimmer. If you wanted to, you could do a wing with this. I think I'm going to do the same thing that I did on this side and just run some black liner right close to my lashes. can see the look with mascara on. What do you guys think? Here are two really simple, this one literally is 2 shadows. This one I think I used 4 total. That includes the highlight. And they're both different. I used that same burgundy shade in this look as well. And then again, you could follow up with lashes. And if you want to do a wing, you could easily get away with doing a wing. My wings look a little funky, and the liner that I usually use to do a wing is drying out. But it is what it is. So here are the 2 holiday looks that I did with the Zodiac Love palette. Hopefully you guys like the cranberry shade, or I should say the cranberry look on one side, and the, like, it almost looks bronze or orange and gold on the other side, even though I did use a cranberry shade up here. But like I said, with these shadows, always make sure to like sweep off whatever you have for fallout. If you do your base first, make sure you put powder down, because these are very glittery shades. I actually still have glitter in my eye. It's kind of itchy, but just be careful when using these shades. We use them wet or dry. Put concealer on over your lid like I did, to make the colors a little bit richer. You could even go in with like a real pretty like orange or yellow shade underneath that gold, like especially in here, because I use Cancer. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so I grabbed Cancer, and I grabbed the Leo, and I grabbed the Cancer gold that I used. If you take Cancer, and then there's Leo. And I'm just tapping the color over it. It just kind of intensifies that gold versus being on and there is it over my wet concealer. So you can see over this one it's a little bit more gold, over this one it's more of an orangey gold, and then over this it's just the color that it is. So those are just some options to think about when you're putting it on, whether or not you put it on dry or if you put it on over something else with another color. Like if you put the concealer down first and then use that one shade under it, and then put the gold of the shimmer, you know, if you use this over one of these bases on top of a concealer, it's going to be more bold and a little bit more vibrant. So keep that in mind as well. And then this shade here can always be used as a topper. To just intensify it a little bit more, because the center shade is like a beige, but it has like all these different like gold and like green and pink shimmers in them, so when it catches the light, it's like super pretty. So those are the 2 looks using the Zodiac Love Signs palette. Hopefully you are liking this little series that I'm doing, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Rebecca Oberstadt. Have a great day or night wherever you are.